they made it go fast, and just, you know, when you enjoy having people in your car, it doesn't seem so bad that you work all weekend. So, yeah.
Still got to make nice try there.
Man, I wrote down, y'all are just doing an amazing job this month. I know working on a bunch. Katie, you're on fire. I mean, everybody's actually. Matt, I think you've got 4 already, and you've got negotiating 1.
We have had a very busy week. It seems like a very busy month already, and so the contracts are coming together, and that's a great thing. It's also a time of making sure that everything is taken care of. So we have just been scurrying around and making sure that our clients are taken care of. But it's been very busy. The agents are doing great. March has been a wonderful month for contracts coming together, and I guess the weather has helped us a little bit as well, but the market has been very strong, especially under the $300,000 mark in our single family home market. And we've been really seeing those contracts coming together very quickly. Homes are coming on the market and they're going under contract very fast, so we have to stay on top of things.
Had a very busy week and weekend. Had back-to-back clients 3 days in a row, so it was really busy. One set of my clients had their dog with them, so I showed homes to a baby husky with beautiful blue eyes, and he joined us for all of our homes we saw and got to play on the beach a little.
We are negotiating an offer contract on a condo over in the Arcadian section, oceanfront, and I think we're getting real close. Real excited. Worked with the buyers last week. They were in town from Maryland, and a real treat to get to know them. Got one nailed down for some buyers from North Carolina up in Cherry Grove Beach, which was exciting. So yeah, it's been a fruitful and productive last 10 days.
I'm on my way to a closing. I've got a closing for a condo that I sold in Barefoot, and I'm going to be there at 11 o'clock.
You know, if we're talking about what is the most saleable product, or as a real estate agent, and if you have listings, you have inventory, what is most saleable? What is the most demand for that for a particular product? It would be single family homes, 300 and under, you know, would be the number. Yeah. And just the interesting part about our market right now is, and this has been going on for 2 or 3 years or more, it's been building, is all of the new construction. I mean, the demand is so strong that the developers have been putting up homes in big numbers for several years, and are going. It's just increasing. So there's just this kind of this point of which at some point the inventory outpaces the demand. It happens all the time. But I do think that this run that we're having in Myrtle Beach right now is more sustainable and could go for a longer period of time because it's user buyers, it's people that are living here versus speculative. It's less investors. There's investors buying here, and there's people buying secondary properties, but that's not what's fueling our market right now. So I met with Mr. and Mrs. Young a few weeks ago. They are going to be moving to a retirement community here locally. So they're downsizing out of their house, and they're going to be listing their home with me. They took a few weeks to make a decision. They were interviewing me, and another agent made a decision to hire me. So all I'm doing today is just going out, picking up the paperwork, helping them finish with the paperwork. We'll, pick some times for the photographer and get this house on the market. It's a great property, custom built home with an in-ground pool on a golf course, and so it's very saleable, and excited about the property. You know, a lot of our buyers want a in-ground pool in their home. It's very normal. The cool thing, or the unique feature of having a completely screened-in pool is huge. I mean, this is on a beautiful lake here in Forest Lake Estates. Let's face it, in the summertime, there are mosquitoes, there are bugs. So having a screened-in area with the kids, not having to worry about bug spray, it's a wonderful attribute, and it's actually very rare that you find in-ground pools that are completely screened in. So this is a huge benefit at this new listing we've got.
We are in a process of growth, and whenever we grow, we want to make sure that we have enough staff to handle that, and so we want to hire before there's an issue. And so we're in the process of interviewing for an admin, and we're actually interviewing for an agent as well. So that's been an exciting process, but we want to make sure that we hire correctly. We're a small team, and we take every hire very seriously because it's like a part of our family, and we like to do things outside of work together. So it's important that we all get along and that we work well together. And so hiring is a big deal for us. We like to even do things like family lunches every month, and we just have a really good time. We were third place for South Carolina teams last year for the RE/MAX brand, and we had just entered into the RE/MAX brand last year, so we're excited to have a full year in 2018 to see how we rank among the best teams in South Carolina. We're excited.
Who's got the bobblehead today?
She's still visiting me.
Still visiting you?
Oh boy, that's bobblehead. It seems to not go away. Okay, so Katie was one of our admin staff before she became an agent, and so her first Christmas, she had a bobblehead made of Greg, and it was hilarious when it was his bobblehead. It was great, and actually kind of looked like him, so we just thought it was really funny. Like, who could get a better Christmas gift than your own bobblehead? Until the next year when she got me my own bobblehead that looked nothing like me. So anyway, it's been a little joke around here, and they like to move the bobblehead around kind of like it's an elf on the shelf. And if it wasn't so funny, I would make it really go away. But yeah, it kind of helps lighten the mood sometimes when you're just walking around and suddenly you see this really bad bobblehead. So, you know, it's okay, I guess.
So we're headed over to a home in Forest Brook. He's the personal representative of the estate, and he asked if I could come by today. So today's kind of preliminary. He needs to know what he needs to do to get it ready for sale, and it's cool because he's a local pastor here in Myrtle Beach. So anyway, we're going to go see him and hopefully get the listing today, or we'll have, in the next couple weeks. That'll be good. The time we spent with Larry went really well, and that'll be coming on the market in the next couple of weeks. One of the things I shared with Larry, and I think is a good tip for home sellers, especially in a smaller home. This is a 1,200 square foot brick ranch home built in the mid-70s. Has some nice flooring and some updates, but one of the tips is, if possible, empty the home, because that home with a lot of furniture, it feels totally cramped. So a lot of people say, well, Greg, it should be staged and the furniture should be there. On a smaller home, it is best, if you've already moved, to just empty the property. It certainly makes the house feel bigger, and people can visualize where their stuff's going to go. But you give me a cluttered house that's 12 to 1,300 square foot, it's a turnoff for a lot of buyers. So tip of the day, empty the house if possible.